People from all across the solar system are subscribing to stay informed and support the cause.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part. What about you? Subscribe to Burn Enough and join the fun today. Stay informed, stay prepared. Subscribing guarantees entertainment. Would you like to know more? In September, we got a wave of fresh military sci-fi. Let's dive into the 20 new releases that hit the front lines this month. We start with Fury of Heaven by Kevin Eikenberry, Book 5 of the Buzzer War, where Task Force Victory's assault on Paradise Island collapses into chaos as betrayal and alien traps threaten humanity's survival. Wild Sun by Ehsan Ahmad and Shakil Ahmad follows Karen, a defiant native on a conquered world, whose resistance may alter the fate of countless civilizations. Enclave by Devin Ford is a post-apocalyptic tale where survivors hide behind fortress walls until Rob Lewis must decide between safety and justice. 1-800-STARSHIP by J.N. Cheney sends arcade-loving Mark Allen into a galaxy at war after dialing a phone number from a retro comic book. Splinter Faction by Jeff Cheney and Terry Maggard, book 20-9 of the Backyard Starship series, pits our hero and his crew against the enemy in a desperate battle that mixes firepower and economics. Knights Errant by Cheney, Terry Maggart, and Aaron Bunce, book 4 of the first Peacemaker series, which takes place in the Backyard Starship universe. The Lost Sanctum by William Frisbee Jr., the 13th book in the Last Marines series. Major Stathis leads humanity's last hope into a multiverse of horrors. Devil's Detail by Chris Maddox puts rookie platoon leader Nico Devlin against jungle perils, alien foes, and impossible odds with only grit to guide them. Cartwright's Cavaliers Unto Darkness by Mark Wandry. We follow Jim Cartwright as he leads Earth's mercenaries into uncharted space and the legendary fourth arm of the galaxy. Other notable September releases were Regent's Mate by Glyn Stewart plunges Lorraine and Nikolai Adamant into a war to reclaim their kingdom from a murderous usurper. To Hand by John Van Stry sees Wolf and Mariella join the King's Navy, navigating love, loyalty, and war in a galaxy ruled by AI ships. The Sheriff and the Space Marine by M.R. Forbes throws Sheriff Duke and Marine Card into a hellish maze of demons and shifting realities. The Kalen Extraction by Skylar Ramirez reunites a washed-up crew of killers for one impossible mission, and chaos follows. Full Throttle Savage by Jonathan Yanez introduces Gideon Gunn, a half-mad survivor thrust into humanity's fight against alien conquerors and EMP pirates. Embers of Rebellion by DJ Holmes begins a sweeping saga where Lieutenant Caleb Hawthorne must choose between loyalty to his Navy or freedom for his people. Call Me Ares by Craig Martell rallies humanity's defenders to push back alien invaders in a military saga of honor, duty, and survival. Spectre by Krister Lenda depicts a war over a planet that produces super soldiers, where one Titan dares to defy the system. The Light Within by Richard Fox, book 5 of Terran Expeditionary Corps, closes the popular Ember War universe with Ely Hale and Aneko Ibarra, risking everything in humanity's final stand. Vanguard by Kirk Richardson raises Connor Drake into humanity's elite as an ancient enemy, returns to finish a genocide thought long ended. Revenant by Anthony Melchiori follows Marine veteran Jace Hawthorne, whose fight to save his mother sparks rebellion under alien rule. And that wraps up the September lineup to keep your shelves locked and loaded. Now, moving on to anniversaries. Yes, this September marked the 10-year anniversary of these 5 standout military sci-fi novels, each of them still holding strong a decade later. September also brought a round of military sci-fi authors promoting their latest releases. Plenty of insights, stories, and behind-the-scenes details came out of these chats. On BookTube Frontlines, September was a strong month for military sci-fi coverage. BookTubers tackled these 12 titles, showcasing just how wide the genre's appeal really is. And Jim Chapman, the most prolific military sci-fi reader and reviewer, covered these 9 books, as well as updated his website. And I'm honored to say that he's featuring 2 of my videos on the homepage. September dropped a bombshell. Aethon Books and Vault Comics launched a new imprint, Aethon and Vault, bringing best-selling indie sci-fi and fantasy hits into bookstores in hardcover and paperback for the first time. The lineup includes military sci-fi fan favorites like Drop Trooper and Grimm's War. It's a massive step forward for indie authors hitting retail shelves. It's the future of military sci-fi. Rick Partlow and Jeff Haskell were promoting this event on their podcast. Besides this announcement, the Military Science Fiction podcast also talked about character layers, book blueprints, DragonCon recaps, writing realistic gunfights, and the challenges of launching a new series. Check them out. Marcus Vance, well known for his deep dives into swords and sci-fi weaponry, took a look at the futuristic arms and tactics featured in Joe Haldeman's The Forever War. September also marked a double milestone for military sci-fi on screen, Screamers, and the cult classic TV show, Space Above and Beyond. Both celebrated their 30th anniversary. September's most watched HFY story told of a human mechanic who builds a visor for a blind alien girl, an act of compassion that sparks danger but leads to unexpected love and alliance. And that wraps up September's mission report in the world of military sci-fi. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow readers in the fleet. See you in the next one. Burn bright and burn enough.